Today is October 6th, Monday, and we are kicking off our fire safety week. On Saturday, we went to our local fire station. They had open house, and they had a very fun activity that my kids adored and wanted to do over and over and over again. So Mommy came home, and we recreated it. So it's called the Stop, Drop, and Roll Fun Activity. And this is Arabella. She's my 8-year-old. And she is going to show you and demonstrate to you how to do the activity. Say hi, Arabella.
Hi.
Stop, drop, and roll. And not only are they to stop, drop, and roll, but they need to also cover their face to protect their face from fire. So Arabella has fire flames attached to her through tape, and then there's Velcro on the other side. The idea is that when she stops, she drops and she rolls, the tape lets go because it's attached to her clothes, and the Velcro will stick to this felt blanket that we have on the floor. Now you can stick a mat underneath it. Our mat is currently being occupied at the moment, so we are in our kitchen on a hard surface. But the carpet is also a good way of doing this too. If you don't have a mat or a felt blanket, it will stick to carpet. So Arabella is going to demonstrate what we do when we catch on fire. Okay, Arabella is on fire, so what does she need to do? She needs to stop, drop, and roll. And look, she's got her face covered. And see how as she rolls, the flames come off. And that way the child knows they are smothering them. Now, it's okay. Undo your face so you can get the last one off. Depending on where you place them, it might be a little hard. And like I said, you really need the mat to help. It's okay. They got the idea. So she got 4 of the 5 flames off, and it would have been 5, but if we had the mat underneath here, but she did good. So she smothered the flames, and she protected herself from further damage to herself, to her body. And so she now has the idea of how to stop, drop, and roll. This is Miss Emery. She's my 6-year-old. And she is going to demonstrate how to do the stop, drop, and roll as well. Now, Miss Emery is a little different. Miss Emery has a feeding tube and a feeding pump that she wears in a backpack that she has on her anytime that she's awake and walking around. So the only time that it is disconnected from her is when she is asleep, and then her pump goes on a pole. So in the event that the house were to catch on fire and it was during the day, more than likely she'd have her backpack on. So we're going to do the stop, drop, and roll with our backpack on. All right, Miss Emery, let's go over there and take a look. Emery has 3 flames on her, so where Arabella had 5, Emery has 3. Of course, she's only 6 years old, so you might want to gear your activity towards whatever age group you're doing. And Emery, with her backpack on, since this floor is ceramic tile, it's a little hard, so we only did it on her front and her sides. And when we bring the mat out, we'll do her back as well. But this is just to kind of give you an idea. So are you ready, Miss Emery? All right, you're on fire. You're going to stop. You're going to drop. You're going to roll. And you're going to cover your face. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Stop. Drop. And roll. Come on, let's try to get it off. Good job. Come on, come on. You can do it. Oh, you got 1 off. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, you got 2 off. You see, to get that one last one here, you may want to put your arm beside you since it's kind of covered because you're covering your face. Lay your arm out so you can get it off. Yeah. There you go. All right, come on, get it off, smother it. So in the event that it's in an area that you can reach with your hand and it's not something you want to roll off, you can reach the corner of the blanket and you can dab it and smother it out. See? All right, all done. Good. Hi guys, as promised, I'm doing the stop, drop, and roll felt activity that we have been talking about in the earlier part of this video that we saw at our local fire station. This past Saturday we had went to kick off Fire Prevention Safety Week, and every year our local fire station has an open house at the beginning of October. And while we were there, the children got these coloring sheets, just plain black and white Dalmatian fire dog coloring sheets that say stop, drop, and roll. So I copied one from their stash and figured this would be the perfect way to display our activity, whether we're setting it up for centers or storing it away after the week is over, after our unit's over. So I just colored this with markers. I will laminate it for durability, and that way we'll know exactly what it is our activity is and where we're going to have it whenever we set it up. So moving right along, what you will need to make one of these fire flames is you'll need 2 different colors of felt. I chose red and yellow. You can use orange. You can use, if your children like to be outside of the box and use different colors, that is more than adequate. Or if you just want to use whatever you have in your scrap pile, that's good too. You'll need some kind of thread. I use embroidery floss. You'll need hook and loop, which is basically Velcro. If you're going to sew it on a machine, you can do that, or you'll need some kind of adhesive to adhere it if you're not. And scissors and a template. So let's get started. So this template I just drew it freehand and cut it out of a piece of white copy paper is all it is. Then I took the 2 colors of felt, which is my red and my yellow, and I stacked them on top of each other. I laid this on top and I cut it out with the scissors. Once it was cut out, I took the top piece, which is my yellow, and I flipped it upside down to give it the staggered flame look. That's all. And I just kind of flipped it upside down and turned it a little bit till I got the desired look that I actually wanted. At that point, I took a needle and thread, which I took embroidery floss that matched the yellow, and I sewed it. Now you will notice that it's not sewn up on the flames where they do not meet. It's only sewn on the perimeter of where the red and the yellow actually are overlapped together. Once that was done, I took some Velcro, which I have black or white. At the firehouse they used orange. It doesn't really matter. The kids really don't care. And you take it, and I measured out from where I wanted it and cut it. And then at that point, I cut it up the middle vertically so that I would get 2 strips out of it. And what that did was it gave me two strips, and then I just kind of did them in a point and rounded the bottom. It doesn't really matter, and it just depends on what all you want. So, and you don't want to make it too heavy. So I placed them where I wanted them, and I used liquid stitch. Since I was sewing by hand, I didn't want to even attempt to try to sew through the Velcro. So I used liquid stitch. It's permanent and it dries clear, and it's just, it's machine washable safe. The only time that it will really let go and break loose is if your material is bad or your material tears. You do have to wait 24 hours for it to dry thoroughly and set. I didn't, however, so I do have a couple that I had to re-glue. Oops. With this activity, depending on the child's age, it depends on how many flames you want to put on that child. I have age ranges from 12 to 22 months, and my 12-year-old, I made 5, and I put all 5 of them on her. My 8-year-old, I put 4 to 5. My 6-year-old does have a physical disability, so does my 8-year-old. But with my 6-year-old, I put 3 on her. And with my younger son, who's 22 months, I started off with 1, and I will gradually go up. It's a fun, neat way for the children to understand the concept of stop, drop, and roll, and to smother flames instead of letting the oxygen in the air feed the flame. So if you would like for me to make a more in-depth tutorial, or if you think you can just make it from the video that I made, that's great. I would like your comments below. This was done very fast, very on the fly. My kids are in the bedroom, and I'm trying to get this all recorded before they come out. And I will definitely try to scan and make a PDF file of this in the comment section below, so that if you want to use this, you're more than welcome to. All right, thanks. Bye.